Our current reality, Yoke is here. So I normally do videos. Usually every time I go out to street ministry, but today was quite different based on the fact that I was in Bloomfield, New Jersey today, and before I can start ministry, the police showed up. Now, you guys know, come here. You guys know that usually when I go out to street ministry that I usually just, make an announcement and always tell everybody that I'm at the location and where I was at. Well, today I was in Bloomfield, New Jersey, on the corner of Broad Street and I forgot the other street. But anyways, I got there, I started to set up, and I felt in the spiritual realm that the whole area was basically just overrun with spiritual wickedness. So it was kind of hard for me to function, to be honest with you. So after a while of being there, come here, mister, come here, stay next to me. After a while of being there, I realized that something was wrong because the spiritual wickedness was very, very strong. So as I began to try to talk in the microphone, it was increasingly hard because I felt like stress, a lot of stress from the area. So as I began to speak on the speakerphone, the microphone that I had, it wasn't no more than like 3 minutes before the police showed up. Now, when the police showed up, they were telling me, hey, you're not allowed to do this, or do you have a permit? Normal things that police do. So I told them I don't got a permit. Told them I got the Bible. The Bible is my permit. So the officer was like, really? And I said, yeah, I showed them the Bible scripture, go onto all the earth and proclaim the gospel to every creature, tribe, and nation. And he was like, well, I'm talking about a permit that is from the city. I said, oh, I don't need one. So then they tell me, well, you can't do this. And I was like, well, I need a supervisor. The supervisor came, told me the same thing. So I was like, okay, all right, I'll show up the speaker and I will just do evangelizing, just one-to-ones. They said I couldn't even do that. They said that I couldn't even pass out flyers. I couldn't even be there. In fact, I had to leave the city. That's what they said. They said I had to leave the city. Can you guys believe this? We are living in the last days where a child of God cannot even be on a corner to do any sort of ministry. I couldn't even pass out flyers. I couldn't stand there. In fact, they wanted me to pack up everything and leave. And then after we packed up everything and left, then they sat there and waited.
It was absolutely terrible, Bloomfield. Like, within 15 minutes, not even started a sermon, first couple of scriptures, first couple of verses, and it was like, I saw this Muslim woman who I was in a store with, right? And she had just a little funk about her. I could tell there was something off about her. And she was wearing the headband like they do. She was a black Muslim woman. And she was, he calls me to tell me that the cops are here. And I'm in the store. And when he tells me, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta hurry up, right? And when I come out, the cops are there. There's 2 cop cars, 3 cops around him. I'm like, okay. I see the Muslim woman pass me by. And as I was passing her by and she was on the phone, I heard her say, so sorry, excuse me. I heard her say something about, there's a guy on microphone. Yeah, he's got a microphone. He's got a I don't want to say she said something about an amp and stuff like that. So like, I knew that was her. I was like, yeah, that's you, you know? And I didn't want to tell her that, oh my God, come to my house, and I didn't want to go belligerent on her or anything like that. I didn't say anything to her. I just passed her by, and I was like, you know, people are who they are, and there's a lot of Muslims in that area. She's not the first one that we saw, and she probably won't be the last one we see in that area if we ever decide to go back, which we probably won't.
No, we ain't going back.
Since we got kicked out within 15 minutes or so, that's one of the places that we mark off the list as to ever go back to, because, you know, you watching us, we go city to city, town to town, the whole shebang. Because we're trying to spread the gospel as much as we can to whoever will listen, as many people as we can, before it is too late, because it is coming down to the wire right now. March 26th marks God's calendar for 2020, the new year. We thought it started January 1st. It starts March 26th. So, I mean, our children are... But it's just upsetting how quickly he got there, how fast they kicked him out. And I'm just like, he didn't even get his feet toasting to the gospel or anything like that. And they're already saying, pack up, leave. And to top it all off, they say you can't pass out tracts, you can't pass out flyers, you can't even stand here with your podium, you can't do nothing. Right there. Like, sincerely, right there.
When you're done, press the button.
But how is it possible that we can't even pass out flyers? You can't even stand there and do anything. Like, sincerely. How is that okay? That's... Because we were like, he was telling him, you know, I'll turn it down. I'll just pass out flyers. He was trying to compromise as much as he could. And they were trying to be nice and say, no. And we were being cooperative, or he was. I was just like, kind of, but
Over there, come here.
I didn't say anything to the officers, even though I wanted to.
Over there, come here.
They were nicely trying to tell him to get out. But I'm like, you can say it as nice as you want to. You're still violating our rights. You're still violating our constitutional rights, our amendment rights. I wish I could have said something more, but it is what it is. Not everybody's going to accept the gospel. Not everybody's going to be appreciative. Not everybody's got to do what we hope they would do. So this is what it means to follow Christ. We just started off our feet. We left. So that's all we could do, all right?